If you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, safe and reliable, make sure you go and check out igvault.com and use my discount code EGHD at the checkout to get 6% off your order. Yes guys, welcome back to the first batch of icon swaps. We've been looking forward to this since FIFA 21 has come out. As you can see, EA have decided to do something a bit different with the way they're giving us a lot of different pack options, 2 times ultimate packs for only 2 tokens. Now, obviously, especially for people that are new, but even for people that aren't new, once you submit these 2 tokens, you can't do 2 more ultimate packs. You can't just literally do ultimate packs over and over again, or at least to my knowledge, once you submit for one thing, it goes forever. So these are not repeatable. That's the first thing to get out of the way. Next up, we have 85 plus 5, times 5. So that means you're going to get 5 times 85 or higher. And again, I think this is really good. I think if you're looking at all 3 of these, straight away, the one that stands out to me is the 2 ultimate packs. Now, worst case scenario, you're going to be able to discard everything. It's going to give you at least 15 or 20,000 coins back. You're probably going to get 1 or 2 players here and there that might sell for 10, 20, 30,000 coins. I think even on a worst case scenario. So this is straight away, I'm going to say this is worth at least 50,000 coins for 2 tokens. So definitely worth it. Really like what they're doing with these packs. Now, 83 plus times 25. This is really interesting, right? Because there's obviously quite a lot of 83 plus rated players. Now, you can't get duplicates of the same player in the same pack. So you can't get, for example, let me think of an 83 rated player. Is Jesus an 83 rated player? You can't get Jesus times 2. I don't know if you can get a blue version of him and a gold version. I think that's also not possible. So the fact that you've got so many different 83s in one pack, it then slims down the opportunity for you to get an 84, an 85, or an 86. So yeah. But this is 5 tokens. This is literally this and this combined together. Before you do this, guys, remember this pack is untradeable. All of these are untradeable. So if you're going to do, especially this third one, if you're going to get 25 players, make sure you clear your club out. Complete an SBC. Use those players for something, because otherwise you're going to get a load of duplicates, and if your other one is untradeable and this one's untradeable, it's just going to go to waste. So make sure you clear your club out before you do any of these packs, because it's just a complete waste, right? Then the first player, which I was really surprised to see, is Vidic. Like, I think this is a fantastic card. The 85 rating is a bit deceiving for me because he fits the meta nicely. 77 pace, 86 defending, and 87 physical. He has a brick wall as well, so putting a shadow on him, you're not going to feel that he's, he needs an anchor or he needs to boost his strength. He's a very strong player anyway. 85 strength. Aggression makes, almost basically amplifies strength in a way. So if he had like 50 aggression, he wouldn't feel as strong. But because he's got 90 aggression, he's going to feel great. So I think this is a nice card. The way his pace is formatted as well, with like 75 acceleration and 79 sprint speed, I like them having a little bit more sprint speed, just in case there's a through ball, they need to get on their bike basically, and they start running next to a really fast striker. I prefer them to be that way round. So I like this a lot. Is it 7 tokens? Just to double check. It's 7 tokens. Is it worth 7 tokens? I would say yeah. Like, I actually really like this player. The first player is very nice to see. 2-star. He is 6'3", so he's going to be able to prevent Ronaldo, hopefully, from actually winning those corners. He's got 91 jumping and 6'3", so he's going to be a beast in the air. You know what? He could probably score quite a lot of corners for you. If you're good on corners, the manager Vidic is going to score goals for you. Now, the next one is base icon pack. 8 icon swaps. I feel like, because of how many icons there are in the game and how many that you would actually want, I feel like for 8 tokens, especially if you can guarantee yourself getting a Vidic, is that worth it? Is that gamble worth it? I think not, especially as I've looked already ahead at some of the other pages, and you're getting guaranteed stuff in the other page. We'll have a look soon, but we'll leave that one for now. We'll come back to that in a second. So that's 8 tokens for a base icon, right? Hagi. Obviously, you're not going to get many strong links with this player. If he was a French player, it would make a big difference. Maybe this would be better for you, because you can strong link any French player from any league then, just as an example. But he's a solid player. One of the better cams that you can get from well, at the start, the first batch of icons that come out before the primes come out. 85 pace, 89 dribbling. I'm pretty sure he was either in batch 2 last year or batch 1. Like, he was picked quite a lot, but he cost a lot more last year. I don't know if it was a different version, but it's nice to see him in here. 89 passing as well, with the 89 dribbling. Like, this is a very solid card. When it comes to his actual physical side, that is where he's let down. His stamina's okay, but he's not very strong. He hasn't got the best aggression, and just all round, just looks like a solid player. But it depends what you need for your team. Do you need a centre back? Would you prefer to have a centre back so you can use any goalkeeper pretty much? And then we've got the base and mid icon pack. So this basically means there's no limit, there's no like minimum of what you're going to get in this base or mid icon pack, but it only costs 10. I think this is pretty good. I would definitely steer more towards this than just the base icon. For 2 more tokens, you're going to get stuck in, like, you know, a lot more mid icons are going to be more valuable. I don't know if they're harder to pack. They're probably harder to pack. Let's say you open up 100 of these base and mid icon packs. I imagine about 70 or 60 or 70 of them will be base, and about 30% of them will probably be mid icons, just because they're higher rated, therefore the pack weight is higher. So I do like this one though. Suker, this is, I believe, his mid, because I think his base is 85 rated, but it's actually a very solid card all round. Nice to see him back in FIFA. He was one of the OG legends before they were called icons. But 86 pace, 89 dribbling. I've played against, I think it was this version of Suker as well, and he was faster than he looks on the cards. I know he had a hunter on him. His shootings was solid on his right foot as well. Obviously 4-star weak foot this year feels like 4.5 star if it was a possible thing for last year. It's like sometimes they take shots this year on a 4-star weak foot and it's like they got 5 stars, what I'm saying. But 86 stamina is nice, 73 strength is nice as well. He's quite tall, 6 foot, with 80 jumping, so he's going to be a physical presence. He's not just going to be someone you've got to keep the ball on the ground with. You can cross, you can win those headers. His finishing, his positioning's great. Dribbling, like, this is a very solid card, but how many tokens is it? It's 11 tokens. So when you think about this is only 7 tokens and this is 11, maybe, you know, completing the Vidic and then completing some of these packs is going to be the way that you want to go. That's completely dependent on what untradables you have in your club. Maybe you have a lot of strikers or attackers untradable already that you don't need a Suker, but you do need a Vidic. This is all down to you guys, but I still think that Suker's a nice value. Mid icon pack, so you're paying 2 more tokens to basically take out all of the base icons. Is that worth it? I would say yes. So out of these 3 packs, the mid icon, the mid and the base, I would definitely say the base and the mid are the better value ones. Just personally, that's what I think. I think if you're going to do that, just pay 2 more tokens to get the better odds. And I'm not really going to say much more about that. Personally, I'm not really a gambling person. I don't want to put my tokens into that. If I'm going to spend hours and hours getting these tokens, I want a bit more of a guaranteed return. So, you know, on the first page, even though there's a bit of randomness in these packs, you know you're going to get at least 50,000 or 40 to 50,000 coins worth of fodder that you can use in SBCs, you know, with all of these pretty much. So at least you're getting something as a baseline, whereas these ones, you might get Barassi, you might get Nesta as a centre-back. For me, they're just not very usable, not the way that I play anyway. Now, Ronald Koeman, 91 rated. This is one of the better versions. So he's got 75 pace. He is more of a CDM though. But if you guys like to attack, if you like, well, who likes to attack with their centre back? Not many people, but it doesn't mean to say that this is going to be a bad card at all. I just feel like his work rates are a little bit skewed. You don't really want high attacking work rates on your centre back. I mean, it's not as bad as having it on your right back or left back, because they will go out of position even if you leave them or stay back. But I feel like he will suit you guys if you play very high press tactics. If you are someone that, you know, plays very slow and calm, and you're not, I don't know how to say, but if you're very AI dependent or something, I don't know if it's going to suit you, is what I'm trying to say. But 88 shooting on a centre back is ridiculous. So how is his shooting displayed? So he's got 98 shot power, 94 long shots. I'm pretty sure his free kicks is very good. Yeah, 97 free kicks, 97 penalties. It's a very unique card. There's not many centre-backs that have these kinds of stats. Obviously, if you're Dutch or if you're just a big fan of him, you're going to pick him anyway. But 86 stamina, 86 strength, and 86 aggression. You could use a formation which has 3 centre-backs in it and move him to the centre CDM position. You could even play him in a CDM off-chem. I think you can get 5 chemistry, plus first owner, plus manager. So you're looking at 7 chemistry, I think, if you put him into the CDM position, and then he can actually tie in the rest of your team. So have a look at him with a chemistry style on Footbin with 7 chemistry, and he might actually suit you because he's going to be, his agility is not good, 66 agility, but his other dribbling stats are quite nice. It is a bit deceiving though. 80 dribbling, and he's only got 78 dribbling, and he's only got 72 balance and 66 agility. His dribbling is going to feel more like 70 dribbling than 80. So I'm just going to let you guys know that's just a warning that he's not going to feel that great when it comes to dribbling. Now, talking about CDMs, that was 13 tokens. This is 14. The stats, and obviously he's going to be on 10 chemistry if you play him in that CDM position. Obviously, he has a centre-back card as well, and Koeman has a CDM card. So these two kind of flip between that position. Now, rijkard is going to be stiffer. Well, if you actually have a look at the agility, he's got more agility, but he's got less balance. Now, I don't know which one's going to be what is going to feel worse in game. They both have exactly 80 dribbling. Now, if you do want specifically a CDM, obviously you're going to get max chemistry, as I said, on rijkard. So this is probably going to be the route you go down. They're both the same nationality. They both, I think, got 90 defending as well. And let's be honest, if you're going to play Koeman in a CDM position, you probably won't get him to be attacking because his dribbling's not good enough. I don't know. It really depends on your choice. But both of these cards, I really don't know. I think, personally, I would go for rijkard. I feel like rijkard just suits that CDM position a bit more than playing Koeman in a CDM position, especially as he gets more chemistry. And as a centre-back, I'd still prefer to, I think, playing him on, you know, as a centre-back of chemistry is also an option if you wanted to do that. And I think he would be better. How tall is he? He's 6'2", and Koeman is 5'11". 3-star versus 3-star and then 4-star weak foot on rijkard. No, so you know, they're very, very close. I can see why he costs one more token, although if he was 15 or 16 tokens, I'd say probably Koeman is the better value. Now, mid or icon, how many tokens is this? Another 3 tokens, and you're getting primes. Now, I think, just going off of you know, knowledge off the top of my head from previous years and stuff, I think like it's the base icons that the worst ones on the base icons, like Inzaghi, are just really unusable. If you get a prime icon Inzaghi, he will be bad, but to some degree, he might be useful for something. I don't know what it could be, but what I'm saying is like the bottom end of prime icons is so much better, like a lot better. There's a big jump. So again, 15 tokens, I think I personally won't be doing it, but I can see if you wanted to do it, this is also a good option for you. So 15 tokens, 12 tokens, then 10 tokens for this one. But this one, nah, just stay away from the base icon pack. We've moved on now. You know, the average team has got better now, so leave that. Now, this is where things get really interesting. This is where I would say, I don't know how to really word this, but this is amazing. So just getting a guarantee on what you're going to get in the pack. Now, I've had a look on Footbin. I'm going to actually change this for you so you can see Footbin, right? Let's get this up. So, I have ordered it by 89 rated players, and I'm going to go down to, let me just change it to PlayStation prices for you. So I'm going to order it by prices at the bottom. So these are the worst. These are the worst of the 89 rated based on value. You've got Laudrup, definitely usable. Giggs, kind of usable. Shearer, not so much. Nistelrooy, not so much. Closer, Trezeguet, Scholes. I'm going to just quickly run through a few of these. Schmeichel, some of you might even use him as a goalkeeper. No, so worst case scenario, you've got a 90 rated goalkeeper. Hierro, definitely usable. Baston, usable. Nesta, depends. Baresi, depends. Yashin, again, any goalkeeper at this kind of rating is going to be usable. Van der Sar, although obviously we have Van der Sar SBC anyway. And yeah, I mean, you can see these are definitely usable. Now, this is where it starts to get to a point where you're like, these are actually good. Okay, so we've got Nedved, middle. We've got Schweinsteiger, middle. His middle one's actually, I think, the worst one. So I'd say no. But Rivaldo's decent. Bergkamp, decent. Baggio's okay. 5-star skills means he's better this year, more valuable this year. Stoichkov. Now, this page is where I would say you're getting your value. You're going to be getting a return by picking this. And, you know, it's about half and half. The chance of you getting someone on this page is pretty good. Like, most of the time, your odds are very slim when they give you these packs, but I would say this is very good. But remember, guys, you could get a stinker. You could get a stinker. Obviously, you've got Ronaldo, you've got Hullet, you've got Pele, Eusebio, Cruyff, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldinho, Maldini, Maradona, Puskas, Eto'o, Matthias, Cantona, Garrincha, Lahm, Dalglish, Buccigreno. Like I'd say, if I did this 89 plus mid icon pack, right? I would say, let me just bring it back to the screen so you can see. There's about 20 to 30% chance you're going to feel like it probably wasn't worth 16 tokens. Maybe the play you've just got is worth 8 tokens. Now, as I said, 20-30% is about that. Now, somewhere in the middle, another 20 or 30% is going to be getting a player that you think, you know what, for 16 tokens, it was worth a gamble, and I've got a player that's usable. Now, I'd say a good 20-30% of you are going to get a player that you go, that was definitely worth it. As I just read at the end there's so many players that they're going to stay in your team for probably the rest of FIFA 21, to be honest with you. Even if you play FIFA a lot, if you get a Cruyff, if you get a Ronaldo, obviously you're going to keep them in your team. A Ruud Gullit, like, they're going to stay in your team. So I'd say, if you want to take the risk, do this. You're not going to have many tokens left. Some of you will be disappointed, but just as many of you that are disappointed should also be very happy, which usually it's not that good. Now, base icon player pick, definitely stay away from this, because how many of you guys have, you know, we've got you know, player picks in Foot Champions, you get a full team of the week. About 4 or 5 of them are good players, which is about, what, 20% or 25% of what's in the team of the week. And how many times you get 2 or 3 picks with 5 or 4 players to pick from, and you get nothing. We see it week in, week out. So the amount of icons there are in the game, there's about 90 icons, and out of all the base icons, there's about 10 that are really good, and maybe another 10 that are okay. Okay, so if you only get to pick from 3 of those, the odds of you getting 3 stinkers to pick from, it's so high, the value is just terrible. What they should have done is put like a minimum guarantee of like 86, 87, 88, or, you know, something like a minimum guarantee for this pick, because this is not worth it. If they made this, say, 12 tokens or 10 tokens, I'd say, you know what, that's also an okay option. But for 17 tokens, I'd say stay away from the base icon player pick. Thierry Henry, now this is just going to be, you know, for people that really love Thierry Henry. He's such a fan favourite. Everyone loves Thierry Henry. 4-star, 4-star, 6'2". Unfortunately, he hasn't ever fit the meta of FIFA. Well, as of recent, you know, since Foot Champions has been out, Weekend League, he doesn't really fit that meta. Maybe if we go back to FIFA 16, FIFA 17, where, you know, a bad balance doesn't matter too much. You know, players like a Barbo, those types of players, just, it didn't really matter. S-Vine, you know, the silver player. But we're at a time now where just one stat can ruin a card, especially when it comes to dribbling. So balance is 63. Will he be fun to use? Yes. Am I saying not to do it? No. You know, if you really like Thierry Henry and these other options aren't really doing it for you, at least you know what you're going to get. You're going to get this Thierry Henry, and he's going to score amazing goals for you. He's still going to be a fantastic player. But if you're just a Weekend League player and you just want to do the best things, make the best picks for Weekend League, I'd say don't do it. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't do it, because although I love Thierry Henry, I've literally got a picture right here. You won't be able to see because the camera's not on there, but it's just too much work for what I'm going to get in return. I'd rather maybe go for a Vidic or, you know, even a rijkard, just to guarantee something, and then use the rest of my tokens. Or maybe, you know, some of these packs, you might even pack an icon here. It doesn't rule that out. So yeah, that's my opinion on all of these picks, guys. Let me know what you're going to pick. I'm interested to see what people are thinking. What are the combinations you're going to go for? Obviously, when it comes down to actually getting these swaps, what you need to do is go to objectives and then scroll down to icon swaps, and you've got all of your challenges in here. You've got 8 icon swaps here, and in the second batch, these are all done through squad battles. So from what I see of this, you get 3 tokens from here and 8 tokens from here. So there's 11 tokens total so far. And I believe once these have expired, they're going to release more tokens, and then you can go and complete that Thierry Henry. So if there's only 11 tokens available there, that means basically what is the most you can get from this so far? Let's have a quick look. So we've got 7 there, and then how many tokens for this one? That is 10. This is 11. So Suker is the best that you can get from the current batch. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go for yet. I am steering towards this Nemanja Vidic, although I do have an untradeable Varane and I do have an untradeable Gomez, which probably aren't that much worse. If anything, Varane is probably just as good as Vidic, maybe even better. So I don't know. I'm really stuck on what to do personally. I might even go for this 89 plus. This 89 plus is very interesting to me, because the odds of you getting something nice and usable is very high. But then again, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take at least 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to go through all of these games and get all of these tokens. I'm not sure yet, guys. I haven't made my mind up. It might take me a few days to make my mind up, but let me know in the comments what you're doing with your tokens. If you found this video useful, guys, as well, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.